So I was on Instagram the other day and I saw that My Golf Spy tested new versus old golf balls to see what the difference in distance is. So I thought I'd do my own test. So I've got a very new, brand new, out of the box Pro V1X and an old scuffed one. And we're going to test them to see if their claims are true. They reckon there's over a 32-yard difference in distance. That seems like a lot for me, so let's test it. So like I say, I was on Instagram, saw that there was a 32-yard difference in comparison to an old scuffed ball and a brand new one. That seems like an awful lot. So the question is, how often should you change your golf balls, or is there that much of a difference? So one of the benefits of being in the indoor studio here is that you can't lose golf balls. You've really got to go some to lose a golf ball in here, even when you've got a big hole in the net like I have, which is going to get changed. So some of the golf balls can get a little bit old. They get hit a lot. We do change them regularly, but they do get a little bit old. So I found this one, which is a pretty old, battered Pro V1X, and then one that's fresh out of the box. And I want to see what the difference is. Is there a difference in how far you hit it or how consistent they are between a new and an old golf ball? So we'll start with the new one. So that's the new ball, this is the old one. So this is one of those things, genuinely interested to see what the results are with this, and we are only working on driver. So I'm hitting Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke driver, which for me is the best driver that I've tested this year. If you want to check out the other video that I've done the review on that, make sure that you watch that video there. Now, so this is the new ball. So looking at the numbers, we are ball speed averaging at 143. So these are just easy swings, like gameable swings that I'm hitting out there. So there was a couple a little bit quicker, but we are right. So on averages, looking at it, average carry of 232, average total distance 258. Now, better shots within that group were there's a couple of their totals going out there at 264. Averaging like a couple of carries there, 241. So that's, you know, on an easy game of ball swings, so not going absolutely flat out and trying to smash it. They're not bad shots. So you can see there the efficiency running, or smash factor running at 1.47 as an average. It shows that that's a half decent kind of swing. So on the new ball, I'd say that that's realistic in terms of what I'd expect to see on a golf course. But then what does that compare to the old one? Okay, so there's the old golf one you can see. So the average carry being at 227, so that's slightly down average carry in comparison to the new ball, so that hasn't flown as well. Average total, exactly the same. And the smash factor on the average on that is actually better. So for efficiency, I made more efficient swings on the second ball. So you're always going to get that, you know, no two swings are going to be the same, speeds can vary and whatever. And this isn't about doing machine testing, this is about an actual person hitting it. So looking at that, in terms of total distance, there's slight variations in terms of the numbers that it's spat out. It's not 32 yards, that's for sure. I don't see how you can, if I'm testing that there and saying, and it's worth saying, I'm going to bring this in and show you, the old golf ball is old. So look at that, you can see there, it's, you know, there's no thins, there's no chunks out of it, but the cover is very well worn down. So that's an old golf ball as opposed to something that's fresh out the packet. That is not a golf ball that you would use on the golf course, because anybody would look at it and say that isn't good enough, you're going to go for something else. the actual results are quite surprising. There's not a 32-yard difference that I'm testing, that I'm seeing. And my Golf Spy did turn around and say that it was driver testing. They weren't looking at wedges or 7-irons or things. They were looking at drivers and seeing how those results, they may well use machine testing or whatever, I don't know. But I'm not seeing anywhere near that level of compromising distance from an older golf ball to a newer golf ball. I do think, from a playing point of view, if I'm going out there to play golf, I would much rather sit down or start my round of golf with a new golf ball. But I think that the Pro V ones do last well enough, and you're comfortably going to get 18 holes as long as you don't lose it out of a golf ball. And I don't think that you're going to see any difference in performance. I don't think that these golf balls are like, you know, if you're old enough and you're playing tour ballatas and tour professionals, those golf balls degraded over time of a round of golf and they wouldn't last 18 holes. New golf balls, absolutely no problem at all. I don't see a variation in terms of distance from a new golf ball to an old golf ball. Personally, I would prefer to play a newer golf ball when I start my round, but I don't see any reason why that you would throw the old ones away. There's absolutely nothing. Even if you're wrong with playing a friendly round of golf with an older golf ball, I'm not seeing 32 yards difference, in my opinion. But if you like that video and you want to see some of my coaching content that's come out recently, make sure that you check that one out.